Hey folks, so I actually just picked up the T-Flight, I guess the Thrustmaster T-Flight Hotas 1. Just got it at Amazon. They actually had it at Best Buy as well for $70. It's normally $100, I think. It's been steadily going down in price though, and the PlayStation one is even cheaper. But I don't think there's a flight game for PlayStation, so there's really no point for that. But so I figured I would get it for Flight Simulator, which is on Game Pass, and it's actually a really fun game, or simulator, whatever you want to call it, and this makes a huge difference. This thing is fantastic. I mean, I'm very pleased with how good it is for such a cheap price. I mean, I didn't realize when I bought it that it was the detachable kind, which is great. I mean, you can attach it if you want. I think you have to roll up the cable first. So maybe not. Probably finagle it. But make sure the cable doesn't get in the way. I don't know how this goes in. Regardless, there is a way to attach it. Yeah, so this thing it's great. How do I restart? Home? That's not what I wanted. I don't know where home is. I can use the mouse, I think. Yeah. So I have a mouse set up. This is on the Series X, by the way. I have a mouse set up. It did have a keyboard. I don't have it anymore. I mean, it's there, but it's not plugged in. That was kind of a wasted purchase. I bought that for Call of Duty, and I suck with it, so definitely easier for me to play Call of Duty with a gamepad. So, but the mouse is nice to have for Flight Simulator. You can just plug it in. I got a little hub, 3-port Amazon Basics hub for $7. Works great with the Series X. I mean, the Series X is amazing. Yeah, so like this thing is really cool. So obviously the parking brake on. So today, well, actually I'm gonna charge it up. Or I'm gonna throttle up first. Then you do that, and then you have great control. Had to map a button for the afterburners, because with the controller you don't have to, but with this T-Flight you do. So you just go search afterburner in the control mapping and then pick one. I picked B5. I wanted it to be one of the ones in the back, but those are the flaps. So I mean, the amount of control you have with this T-Flight is great. It's hard to remember the controls. But if you're on the fence about this, so far, like I've only had it for a day, but so far it's been great. Like I felt compelled to make this video because I was flying around, and don't let the jet fool you. The fighter jets are a little easier to fly, even with a controller, because they're just easier to fly because there's so much power. You can kind of make a lot of mistakes and then get yourself out of it. I was flying around, and I think I'll post a video around Everest with a prop plane, and it was fantastic with this. And that was like my problem with the controller is the throttle response, because it's at least the way they have it set up. You might be able to set it with triggers, but I think that's your, I don't remember, that might be your rudder. The way they have it set up is, a button, so press to go up, press to go down for throttle, and it's really laggy, which makes it very hard to fly precisely. So this works fantastic though, and it was just plug and play with the Xbox Series X. Build quality seems great. The only thing I noticed is that on this seems a little bit, I don't know if you can see that, it seems a little bit off. Oops, it's not even, but that's a very minor, I don't think you can see that because it's too dark, but it's a very minor manufacturing defect. Like it's not like it sticks out or anything. It's just visually it doesn't look even. That's the only thing I've seen so far that's at all quality wise. I mean, like I said, $70 plus tax. It's got a nice rubber boot here. Just, I don't know if it does anything, keep dust out maybe. but it looks nice. The controls are like, they're very precise, which is great. And if you're at all interested in flying this game and you want to get the most out of it, especially since it's on Game Pass, I would definitely recommend you pick one of these up, or a different flight control. But I can personally say this does work well with the Series X, and it's great for the price, the throttle especially. But yeah, so definitely my mark of approval for a $70 right now controller. I would highly recommend it. Or wait, because it may keep going down. Like I said, the PlayStation 4, PlayStation whatever it is even cheaper. I think it's like $45 right now. So it might end up being cheaper for this as well. But I'm happy with the 70. I was looking at it at 90. Tried to buy a open box at 78 like a couple weeks ago, and Best Buy wouldn't fill the order, so I lucked out on that one because they made it cheaper. Before I go, I wanted to actually, you probably cared more about this, just to see what kind of button mapping you can do. I don't know if you can see that or not. You can definitely see the menu, but what if I go this way? Yeah, that works for me. Okay, so you can see here, it's actually pretty detailed. So it lists all your buttons over here, and there are a lot on the thing. So I don't actually know what these. There's a switch back here that I think is trim. What doesn't have, maybe it's not a mappable button, or maybe it has something to do with that. But those aren't listed. B3, B4. Actually, there's two buttons on the back of this, right over here. This throttle. Then we have X up top on the side, A, B, Y on the front. B5, which I used for Afterburner, was not mapped. Previous and next, don't know what they do. Then on the right side, you have your typical buttons. This does not have a, I don't know what they call that, but like a thing that you flip up for arming. But it does have a, well, you can't actually press this. This thing that says F, no, this right here doesn't even have a mapping. This is just the D-pad, but it works great. You can switch your views that way, or D-pad or a thumbstick, but whatever it is, it's what you use to switch your views or navigate menus. But so there's a lot of options that you can do here, and you can even add more. Like this search thing. I had to search for Afterburner over on the right to find it. So there might be a whole bunch of other things that you can do. But as far as the base stuff, like there's a button for every basic flight. Let's see. So POV is what this little thing is. Yeah. I mean, and also, I think it's pretty cool that they did such a good job with this. I mean, I have no keyboard right now plugged in, but it lets you have a keyboard, mouse, controller, and this T-Flight all plugged in at once. So you could really go all out with this. I don't know why you need the controller other than for talking with people, which you would, because there's still no headphone jack on the controller. I don't know why they don't do that, but on the T-Flight. But so you need that for that if you're going to talk to people. You need the controller, but otherwise, mouse good for navigating menus. Keyboard would be great if you go into depth on your flight simulator. Like you want to have key bindings for our lights, landing lights, and, you know, talking to ATC, stuff like that, calling in the ground crew. I mean, I don't usually do that, or if I do, I kind of struggle with it because I don't remember all the stuff. But and then I would definitely use this T-Flight Hotas 1 for actually flying the plane, because it's great. You can also get pedals. I didn't get them because I'm not going to be flying that much, but they do sell a pedal set to go along with it. I'm not sure how useful that is, since we can twist for the rudder. That's another thing to note. The joystick, or whatever you call it, does twist like the old ones, which lets you steer the plane on the ground. So it'll do rudder or front wheel, yes. But yeah, so that's the menu. That's the button mapping. Like I said, you can search for more. I will post a link to this. Hey, that's cool. I'll post a link to this on Amazon in the description. Wow, there's a lot of stuff you can map to this. Drone camera. Wow. Wow. All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I hope this helped. Like I said, I've had it for a day, but it's been great.